Before we begin, be sure to share the video. Sharing the video is very easy. Attached to this video is the share button. Press it. Copy the link or choose a social media platform and share the video. Thank you in advance. This will encourage more people to see this video. Full joy, the program. Introducing Ethiopia's Freedom Tours. What is an Ethiopian Freedom Tour? We are giving you the opportunity to visit us in Ethiopia on your terms. You pick the date, summer, spring, October, or December. It's your choice. 3 days, 5 days, 7 or 9 days. It's your choice. Several options to choose from. Tour Addis Ababa. Tour Shashamani, Hawassa and Wando Genet, Lalibela and Aksum, or a combination of them all. It's all up to you. Need more information? Check our Freedom Tour booklet. Press the link in the description or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Ethiopia Freedom Tours. When will you be coming? To everyone who has been asking, Priest Isaac, how can I make a contribution to the Institute? Press the link in the description and you'll get all the information that you need to do such. We truly appreciate your inquiry. For more information, email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. And also keep in mind, as we mentioned, this is fully professional. This will be professionally done. So your videos will be clear visual, and that's what the virtual tour is all about. You will be able to stay in the comfort of your own home and observe the tour going through Unity Park. That is going to be the most extensive of the tours. That may last about 2 hours. We will be going to the throne room, as I said, 2 hours, yes. The throne room of Haile Selassie. Not the palace necessarily, the throne room where you see all the heads of state would have been entertained. Many of you would have seen this on maybe videos and not aware of exactly what you're looking at. But when you go to the throne room, you see all of the videos and the pictures of all the heads of states, from the Queen Elizabeth to the de Gaulles and all of the ones that came and were entertained at the throne room of the emperor, well taken care of at this time. I'm talking about at Unity Park. And of course, you have the banquet hall of Menelik II. And more than that, you also have the palace of Menelik II, what is referred to as the Egg Palace. We have a beautiful botanical gardens and a wonderful zoo with many of the animals that you see right here in Ethiopia, including the lions, the cheetah, an array of birds, and so many other different things to see at Unity Park by itself. The Science Museum, you know that I definitely have a love for the Science Museum. You would have seen some videos that we would have put up on the YouTube, and as I said, you can visit Lucy there at the Science Museum, at the National Museum. So these are the 3 stops once again. Those of you who do not have the poster, I would send that also in the link for all the subscribers. Those who are not subscribers, you can just email me, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. And of course, it is definitely visual, and most of our videos on all our social media that have just been released. Very good. So remember, once again, just to remind you, the 7th of August is almost here, and that will bring to an end the 50% off of the the virtual tour, whichever package that you choose. I mean, I think the best package is the full package, because remember that even if you are not there for the actual live tour, you will get the recording. I would hope that you would be there, and even if you're there, you're still going to get a recording of the tour. Unity Park, you get a recording of the tour. The Science Museum, you get a recording of the tour at the National Museum, where you have the ignition. So once more, each tour is really at $100, but the Unity tour is $150. It's a more lengthier tour as well, more complex, many more things as such to see. And then at the same time, the full package together is $300. But I will repeat, it's $150 if you get it before the 7th day of August. So even if you take a tour just to see Lucy alone, and you don't want to see the Science Museum, you don't want to see the Unity Park, you don't want to see no lions, you just want to see some skulls and some bones and some old artifacts, no problem. That's $100 for that tour, that virtual tour. I'm going to pay before the 7th of August. That's just $50. Virtual tour, the Triple Crown virtual tour, from the comfort of your home. Come and experience Ethiopia with us. The history. I'm talking about the heritage. I'm talking about the culture. Yes, Addis Ababa. Once again, family, you see, the mystic is that, again, we're dealing with a science. Alchemy, as we know it, is basically turning base metal into precious metal, really. That's when you speak alchemy, that's what most of us understand. But as you can see, really, it's even the exchange of properties and even characteristics, because that is what they deal with. That is what astrology deals with you. You know, when you were born, what was where, what characteristics, what potentials, what energy, what vibration you have, because that is what the ancient physician would have done. The ancient physician would have examined your natal chart. Very important. Imhotep would examine your natal chart. He would want to know when you were born. Shenong, 2,800 years BCE, Shenong, one of the three holy fathers of China, one of the three holy emperors of China. He himself is considered to be the father of medicine. Shenong, I'm talking about it. Always chewing on a ganja stalk. He is also an astronomer. He invented the calendar. And of course, he is the father of medicine. So all of these individuals, all of these patriarchs, and he's an emperor too. In fact, in China, the emperors were all known physicians. They were known physicians in that ancient time coming down the line. So what we have here, again, dealing with the person that needs healing, you understand their chart. You understand how they connect to the stars, how they connect to the heavens, how they connect as it relates to when they were born, and if you even understand when they were conceived. And then the science of connecting plants to planets. Once again, there are certain classifications for this. You can do your own research. You have people like Culpeper and other ones from back in the day, from Europe really, that would have even argued amongst themselves. These are the scientists who would have argued amongst themselves about which plant aligns with which planets. So some will say, well, the rose aligns with Venus. Some will say, well, no, the rose has thorns, so it must be Mars. So Venus, so the rose has become both Venus and Mars. And then the next fella comes up and say, well, listen, the rose, the red rose, I agree, aligns with Venus, but the white rose aligns with Jupiter. I'm serious. So the thing is, and I want you to get my point here. Don't lose it. In everything that you do, those of you who are into science, whatever you study, you got to think out of the box. In the same way that they're debating what color follow a flower and what this and that, you can get knowledge and understanding of the subject area and jump into the ring with them and knock them out. That's what we do. When it's theology, just listen to us when we speak of theology. It's as if I'm speaking of me personally, it's as if our opinion is way off. Some different, I never hear about it like that because we think out of the box. We don't wait for somebody to come and tell us. We look at it and meditate on it and say, hey, when I put one and one together, I get a different answer than what they're talking about. It's deep, you know. Even a plant like the aloe vera, what we call the single Bible, with its thorns, but yet still it's very cooling. Because Martian plants usually cause irritation. That's why even the thorns, they dig you, you bleed back to the blood again. But even hot, spicy peppers, these things are considered Mars as well. But the aloes now, because it's soothing and cool within itself, it's also lunar, meaning it's also the moon, it's both lunar and Martian. But this is my point here in this segment. Because a person may even listen to this and say, but they mix up thing and me don't believe in them things here. Because as again, you said it sounds mixed up. Don't worry about who is arguing over what. This is why I'm telling you, think out of the box. First of all, this is a real science. That's number one. I just explained to you. They have planets. Listen to me, family. Come on. You have common sense, Rusty. You have common sense. Some of you know when you go to cut the bamboo, it's better to cut it in the black moon. So that when you utilize it, it lasts longer because the worms won't eat it and this and that. You know that. Some of you know, hey, wait until the full moon to harvest this and that. You get more, even if it's honey. You know that. The same moon that aligns with the cycle of the woman, the same moon that when it's full, the water table goes high, and when it's not around, you can walk how many, almost a quarter mile out into the ocean or out into the sea. The water has gone back because of the moon. The sun affects so many things. The sunrise and plants open, full moon and coral reef spawn. I'm sure everyone knows this. Well, in the same way the moon and sun does that. Mars does that. Jupiter does that. Venus does that. Saturn does that. Jupiter makes the sun tug. Come on. All of these planets affect you. All. They affect the earth and they affect each other. Just say that you don't understand what's going on. Nothing wrong. There's so much going on. Who amongst us know everything that's going on? But just be aware there's something going on. As I said, obviously, Mars, the iron, the NATAL, the iron, the blood, the iron, When the ancients put these elements, planets, plants, humans, and systems together, is because they had an understanding of the ancient astronomy, the astrobiology itself that relates and connects us to the heavens. So, again, you're dealing with the planet Mars. As I said, governs over the blood, the leaf of the nettle. Very good for the blood. The leaf of the nettle. Very good for the blood. Strengthening the blood and cleansing the blood as well. The seed of the nettle. Very good for the what you call the adrenal glands. Because again, Mars rules over the adrenal glands. So when you know the adrenal glands release these stimulating hormones, what you call them, epinephrine and norepinephrine. This is where you get the fight or flight sort of vibration. The adrenal glands, the seed of the nettle, wonderful for that. Again, Mars rules over that. Mars rules over the male reproductive system, the root of the nettle. Beautiful for the male reproductive system, kicking back all them prostate cancer and all them other weird stuff that is going on down there. So again, you can see, but this is the science of alchemy. So it's not just about planets and plants alone, but how you utilize the plants. You utilize the plants. Then you go into the dosha. Mars with and its plant would come to be something like a pitta, or you have the pitta, and you have the different elements that make up these different doshas, and moisture and water and fire and earth and so forth. So you have Pitta, Vata, and Kifa, if I'm correct. So point is here, understanding how to use the plants again is very important, because you have to balance, for example, if you were to deal with a planet like Venus and you were to utilize a plant like the cleaver, and the cleaver, hibiscus, these are Venus plants. The cleaver itself deals with the urinary tract, the bladder, and things of the sort. The ancient alchemists would observe the moon and how it moves, because it's the fastest moving planet. The moon is considered a planet. The sun is a planet in astrology. So if the moon is, for example, in a constellation like let's just say Libra, then, and Libra would govern the urinary tract, and since the cleaver already is a plant that deals with the urinary tract, and the moon is in the constellation that deals with the urinary tract, it would make the cleaver more potent, especially if Venus, which is the cleaver's planet, is with the moon, and especially if the moon is full in that constellation that deals with the urinary tract. The same thing if they were to meet in a constellation that deals with the kidneys. I think it is Scorpion that deals with the kidneys, if I'm correct. So the moon is in Scorpio. You harvest the cleaver at the time when the moon is in Scorpio. It may not be a full moon, it may be a new moon, but that has its own power too. And then again, Venus with it, because Venus is the plant of the cleaver. So it's a deep science, and this is how the alchemists would look at it. And this is why I'm telling you to think out of the box. Don't just think, again, because this person says this plant is this and this is that. It is a real science. That's my point. It's a real science. It's not no spooky thing and no make believe. It's a science. But don't depend on the scientists that so called went before you. If you're into astroherbology or herbal astrology or medical astrology, it's a very complex science. You have medical astrology that just deals with ailments like Martian diseases and Venus diseases and all of that. So it's a well complex science that is definitely on the rise today. It's as complex as astronomy itself and understanding all the stars. Introducing Ethiopia's Freedom Tours. What is an Ethiopian Freedom Tour? We are giving you the opportunity to visit us in Ethiopia on your terms. You pick the date, summer, spring, October, or December. It's your choice. 3 days, 5 days, 7 or 9 days. It's your choice. Several options to choose from. Tour Addis Ababa. Tour Shashamani, Hawassa and Wando Genet, Lalibela and Aksum, or a combination of them all. It's all up to you. Need more information? Check our Freedom Tour booklet. Press the link in the description or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Ethiopia Freedom Tours. When will you be coming?
Nearly half the population of Ethiopia now is under the age of 15, and for Haile Selassie their education has always been an obsession.
Salam Nacho to all Ethiopian religious children and parents. Introducing the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge Ethiopian History Essay Competition from the 5th of May to the 2nd of November 2026.
He's taken personal charge of the Ministry of Education, sought teachers and money for more schools from half the countries in the world, and turned one of his palaces into a university.
Children 7 to 17 will write an essay entitled "What Does Ethiopian History Mean to Me?" Prizes such as laptops and tablets to be won, trips to the Science Museum, Unity Park, and others for the full class of the winners from Aksum to Lalibela. Menelik I and Menelik II, Ethiopia's history is amongst the richest in the world. For more information, join us on most social media platforms at Priest Isaac or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. The Ethiopian History Essay Competition. Know your heritage.
He's directly responsible for whatever schooling these youngsters get.
Sign up today for the Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy course and take advantage of our 50% off. The 50% discount is for a limited time, and you will receive the full course for only $99.99 United States dollars. The Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy, professionally done. The graphics are definitely top-notch. Email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Designed for the mature mind and also for the young thinker. To everyone who has been asking, Priest Isaac, how can I make a contribution to the Institute? Press the link in the description and you'll get all the information that you need to do such. We truly appreciate your inquiry. For more information, email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com.